You function under the illusion that I chose it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you want to tell yourself at first, but then
Shh.
really when you think about it, you wasn't really choosing it. And when you don't have kids right now, but when you have kids and you think about it, you be like, oh, hell fucking yeah. But as soon as now you're thinking about it, it's like, oh, hell fucking no. What the fuck was going on here?
That's bad, especially if I got daughters.
So
when I think about my nieces, I feel that way. You know
the difference in between you choosing something and someone doing something to you that eventually becomes like a part of what your sexuality.
That's who you are. Yeah.
And then realizing the difference.
Because having sex at 9 made me like a hypersexual throughout my whole 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of my teen years, I went to prison. So, you know what I'm saying? Then you be trying to catch up when you come back. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, I should definitely do that. I mean, I thought I was doing a favor, but what I'm saying is, for years, though, like, I wouldn't say nothing, because I remember Shorty being like, don't do that. And really, too, I hadn't hit puberty yet. I was mad young, you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas now, it's like,
it's not grown enough. But, like I said,
my voice used to be like this.
Like a baby.
My voice used to be the highest pitch.
Imagine, I would have to kill somebody's 16-year-old daughter doing something to my 9-year-old. I'm sorry. Bitch, where's your mom?
Man, I was in North Florida fucking lit. I was lit. Good morning, y'all, man. It's a Burning Bill.
Good morning.
I'm gonna make sure this is a special Burning Bill. We got some topics and all. It ain't just me just talking shit. Got a special guest.
Nice.
Yo,
you
so
like that?
You wanna tell them what you do?
Hi, my name is Danavia. On
she get your
Instagram,
taxes right. Taxes coming up soon.
I'm with Love Nay. In Facebook, I'm Danavia Hardrick. But I do taxes. I teach CPR.
Okay.
BLS. I teach babysitter class. BLS is basic life support, so that is for people who are in the medical field, not regular CPR and first aid.
That's good stuff. Makes sense.
And then I teach babysitter safety classes.
Now that's actually smart, because black people be we turn our teenage kids and family members into babysitters fast as hell.
Well, with the babysitter safety classes, they are from the ages of. The classes are for ages 10 to 15. Oh, are we driving? No.
We don't got to drive anymore.
Yeah, they are from the ages of 10 to 15. But it gives you first aid, standard first aid, and pediatric CPR. So you're going over child and infant CPR and choking. That is the type of CPR I teach. Really, in our area, I end up in Connecticut a lot, but East Long Meadow, their Park and Rec, if you are in that area, if you're on like their website, I usually teach the classes for the East Long Meadow Park and Rec. For their babysitter safety class. I think I do a class maybe once a month, once every 6 weeks.
If you gonna have your family members watching your kids, man, send them to the class, just so, you know what I'm saying, no wild shit happen while you at work. And then, you know what I'm saying, it's like, yo, well, I had my little cousin there, and she had him, and he got into, I don't know, the bleach or some stupid shit or whatever.
But it goes over all type of things like that. But again, it starts from the ages 10 to 15. So it's just even at home being a mommy's helper, getting them comfortable with changing the diaper or realizing something is an emergency situation and what they might need to do to act to help an emergency situation, whether it's with an adult there or without an adult there, how to be safe. And again, like I said, it's basic first aid, so it goes over wrapping or a triangle bandage, and it does absolutely go over CPR. It's a 5-hour class. That's why it wouldn't be for 9 and under, because it's a little bit harder for them to stay. Yeah, but how it is a mixed class, so most places, like I said, they
even though most of us start babysitting around 6 and 7.
You know, we start babysitting young, but it is still
young in the black community. Like, yo, watch this nigga while I go to the store.
I mean, and that's why it's important, right?
Yeah.
You would think it. I don't know why they haven't picked up the classes the same way in our area, because we are more likely to leave our kids at younger ages.
That shit should be in home ec. That shit should be a part of high school class development or no bullshit.
But yeah, I go out to Connecticut a lot for it. My pen.
So this is gonna be on YouTube, right? Because this my comics page. I don't realize you can see ain't nobody on the live right now, so we're gonna be able to just tone this freely.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna load it to YouTube later, because I got like maybe like 150 phone that has the better service and shit.
Right.
Yeah. But so, were there any topics that you would like to burn and build on this morning? I know you ain't gonna hit the blunt, but you can enjoy
I
have
my vape. I ain't hitting the blunt. And it's not that I don't smoke.
I thought that was dope. I thought that was classy when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna roll up, and you like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna smoke the blunt.
I don't smoke the flower anymore. You know, you end up smelling like weed longer. It's not really something you really want to do in front of your kids necessarily.
You're a professional.
Yeah, you don't want to smell like actual weed. But I also realize there's a difference between. I feel like I got shit to do. I want to drive, but I want to talk. But I realize there's a difference in the street oil versus like making sure it's actually the
joint you get from the dispensary?
Oil from the dispensary. Yeah, like this is Pineapple Express. I have wedding cake. You know, they have the Gorilla shit and all that other stuff. But it burns different. It hits different. The high is different too.
So it's like these niggas is like cutting the oil. They bootlegging oil and shit.
I've tried to get off of burning flower and switch over to the vape before, and I didn't really like the street vapes the same way. This is I
had a season where I fucked with the vapes. I was selling the cartridges and all that shit, but I just wasn't. The same. I wasn't digging that shit like that. The shit at the dispensary is weed. If I get some wedding cake, that shit is a wedding cake. You know what I mean? This up. Pineapple Express is Pineapple Express. Okay, that's the difference. I also realize I'm addicted to the tobacco.
I don't like so that's another thing. I'm a person who doesn't. I don't like Grabba and Frontal MIL anyway. So a lot of people, when I would roll, they, you know, certain people, they wouldn't because they wanted that. I don't even like any of that brown shit. So that's not for me.
I know a girl that want her shit so spicy she don't want to see no green. I'm like, you might as well just burn a bogey. I don't need that. I need just enough Frontal to substitute for the fact that I'm not rolling it in a Dutch. Because I do recognize that when I was smoking Dutches versus when I tried to first convert to just papers and I was just rawing the weed. I wasn't.
Are you okay with me opening it?
Yeah, go ahead. I was just rawing the weed. I wasn't motherfucking like cutting it none. I'm noticing like my highs was mad brief. I got high really fast. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That I know that what I appreciate out of the blunt and all that shit is that the tobacco makes the high sit on me for longer. So yeah, man, I'm gonna fuck with this grabbing shit. But so, alright, so peep though. Alright, we gonna get into it. I had a couple different topics that I wanted to talk about. Namely.
Okay. Yesterday this wasn't working. So let's see. I don't hear nothing.
Some background music?
Oh. Okay, I didn't mean for it to be that loud. Okay.
But I wanted to talk about our misuse of words. Because we as black people, yo, we really misuse words. Like I was talking, like how we talking before we was recording, how I made the post the other day about what we learned about friends. I was really talking about, I had, you know, a couple people had sent me a video of a girl getting jumped. You know, Springfield shit. You know how those little videos circulate around. Right. You'd be like, all right, damn. But when I see shit like that, like, that's not really entertaining to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen that shit and I was like, damn. Like, my brain, my empathy immediately go to being a girl on the ground getting kicked and all of that shit. Like yeah, I identify with like, damn, like I know what it's like to be against like wild odds and shit. Like that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And then so I was saying like what did we learn about friends? Because everybody like, I guess her friends had one. I don't know. I ain't trying to get into that shit. Them is young kids business. I don't know. But what I'm saying is the next day.
But we're grown too. We've experienced different things like that too. Growing up, where you thought someone was gonna be there for you or have your back or supportive in a certain way, and you realize they weren't.
They wasn't. Yeah.
But that's when you realize them a friend.
Yeah,
right?
But that's
and
when you realize they're not
still
a friend.
To be your friend later, thinking that it was possible. You know, maybe they were just scared in the moment, or they didn't know.
If you let me get jumped, we ain't friends. If you let me get jumped, we ain't friends.
I'm saying in
I'm a whole different kind of friend. First of all, fuck getting jumped. I ain't even finna let nobody get the best of you. Period. Ain't nobody feeling the best of you. Once you start, nigga, okay, yo, it's a head up. Yes, for sure, it's a head up. Till my side start losing. And then it's not a head up no more. Like, nah, nigga, this shit. Somebody either gonna let this shit end, like, nah, it's over. Or like, nigga, we finna pack you out. Like, nah. and nigga, I feel like that all my friends. I want all this is a PSA. If you consider yourself my friend, like, don't let nobody do nothing to me. If you see that it's about to happen to me before I see it, like, warn me, help me, do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let me be blindsided.
Right.
Good morning. All right, so you tapped into this burning bell.
Good morning.
So I made the post about the friends. Like, what did we learn? But nobody had nothing positive to say. Everybody has something negative to say. So this means that our community associates this word largely with negativity. Yet it's a word through like media, not even media, just through life. A friend is like, we're all taught, you're supposed to have a friend. You're supposed to be a good friend. You're supposed to this, that, and third. But if everybody believes that a friend is like a potential treachery, like where do we, like what quality of friendships can we actually build? If the whole time I'm suspecting of you of doing the worst, being
right,
the worst.
I know that's right. She said once you hit the floor,
you getting up crazy now. We finna break that shit up. Yo,
right, at least break it up, right, for real.
Word too, cause be my friend, please. It's
but that's
shit hot right now. I need you
when
to be
you're
my
somebody's friend, right?
Yeah,
and not only that, in general,
right
but we don't even want to just put it in a situation. You're referring to that situation where they were actually fighting, right? Yeah. And in life, we're working on building, we're working on progression, right?
I see where you're going. Come on, take it there.
Because we are both entrepreneurs, and at the beginning of this, the first thing we were talking about is our businesses, right? You know how many friends are in the medical field that I have? You know how many friends actually have taken CPR classes with me? I've been doing this since 2016.
Not one.
Oh, no, not one. That would say that I have nobody that's around me that supports me, and that's not the case, right?
All right, I know, right.
So that wouldn't be it.
I'm hot. I get what you're saying. So it's the opposite of what you said.
It's not that it's not one. It just is to show people who really support you and are friends, right? Where we're talking about the misuse of words, and your first topic was, you know, what have we learned about friends, and for it to only be the response of negative responses that you were able to get at that moment with that with the question. At
that time, that post only generated negative. Like it was about 8 people jumped in it early and expressed their distaste, like
about the kind of bad friendships that they had. But it's odd because why didn't they talk about the good friends they have?
And this is what I mean. Why are we trained to focus on
the negative?
The worst part when it's like, yo, you got it, you don't, or you might not got them now. But I think if you reach if you in your 20s, you have had at least one good friend, like, you know what I'm saying? And even if, whether they died, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace to, you know what I'm saying, all of us who have lost, I mean, all of the people that we lost and shit like that, or whether they grew apart, moved away, or whatever the case may be, you can focus on the fact of the benefits that you received from knowing and having, and like, yo, you just know that it's real. You know real friendship exists. You know what I'm saying? So and you can focus on the fact that you got or had a real friendship at the time and make a standard for friendship, as opposed to like
while you're going
calling all of these people your friends who not your friend. Set that standard, man. Make the motherfuckers earn that shit.
Something you had mentioned to me before was shallow relationships, right?
Yeah.
And
we're in the age of superficial, shallow relationships.
Superficial relationships, and that's why with some situations, you know, and when you're learning that it's like, oh, this is my friend, and it's not bad to, I mean, because if you're not looking at somebody as a friend, you're looking at somebody you don't know, or you're looking at them as competition, right?
Enemy, a threat,
or eventually, or a threat if depending on what you're doing, right? And this, even like I said, more than anything, going back to entrepreneurship, right? But that's really it's something that you associate it with being a threat, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that, right? So I think the misuse of words, going back to that, being able to say, hey, you know, we call people our friends who are not what the idea
even want as a definition of a friend. It's just we taking what we could get, for real. But if we hold a higher standard, we'll get more later. You might not get it right now. So having a standard to your friendship might leave you without friends for a while. But eventually, any state of being that you be in, you resonate and you frequency, is laws of attraction. So over time, you have to become that frequency. If you a person that always is like, man, I ain't got no friends, like my friends ain't real, like and you just a doubtful, negative, like you just disbelieve. Yeah. You disbelieve it. You're gonna attract more situations to reaffirm what you know about life, because that's what life does. Is it reaffirms itself. So we gotta, like, you know what I'm saying, really set a better standard. That's why I'm actually happy that we're burning and building.
But going to even say that, right? Because then those people who consider themselves to have friends all the time, then it seems like they always have friends, right? They always have somebody they can call on in that situation.
Mad people think I always got mad friends, and it's like, nigga, like, I would love to burn and build with my friends. Like, I'm not burning and build. I mean, I can't even say it like that, because I would love to do this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? I understand some of my friends, like, you know, man, have lifestyles that, you know what I mean, we're not going live and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I got way more other friends that don't have that lifestyle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in our culture, we always really try to kick it like, man, it's only a small percentage of niggas that's really, like, you know what I'm saying, in the thick of that shit over there, like that. Like, most people is just regular ass people, nigga. You know what I mean? They're just doubtful and they disbelieve, so they don't draw into their experiences the things that they desire, because they don't recognize that what you focus on grows. So when you put mad focus on, like, the betrayal and shit, like, it just grows. It grows in your mind and become who you is. Like, it begins to define you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, some people...
And then you attract situations that reaffirm
you to kind of pull that out of them.
You think so?
Because I was having a conversation with one of my other people, just about, you know, paying attention to how somebody else was, what they were doing as far as with their friendships, and the person, how, you know, felt like, why are you hanging around with these people? These people are weird. You know, what kind of weirdos are you? Like, you're my friend, but you hang around some sketchy people. So now it makes me kind of want to be distant from you. And the friend's response was, you know, these people are kind of the outsiders. You know, they're not necessarily that in crowd that talks to everyone. And, you know, so they are missing some of those friendships and those connections and having someone to build with and bounce things off of for growth, right?
And we got different friends for different shit.
Reasons. That's a fact.
Different reasons. Sometimes I might want to just laugh and joke and be goofy as fuck. Like, I'm gonna call my happy-go-lucky friend for that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I might want to, like, sit and just smoke a blunt and think and talk about my next plan. I'll call my, you know what I'm saying, my thoughtful friend for that. Like, I don't really try to, like, I do try to mix them. You know what I'm saying? Because I do recognize, this person has mad qualities that this person could, you know what I'm saying, appreciate or whatever. Right. So I will try to blend my friendships, but I don't try to turn them into each other. Like, I don't try to, like, make my smoking and riding friend my drinking friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just,
you know what it is too, for me?
If I don't want to drink, I ain't going around my drinking friend.
You know, when we've talked about being friends as far in the perspective of how people are friends to us, not so much in the perspective of the type of friends we are
we want to be
others.
Yeah,
not just want to be. What kind of friend are you? Are you,
that's a good question,
you know,
to
what
ask
kind of friend are you in general, and how do you
yeah.
deal with those friendships and those relationships? Because even going again back to the actual topic of the misrepresentation of words, we're talking about friends as the topic, but
how do you define it for your own self? Like, what is you as a friend?
Terms,
for sure.
And what do you do that you say, okay, I am a good friend to them, and I choose? Because really, we got, you know, we're born into families. I think I'm a good friend because we got people around us. I'm want to be a good friend. It's a choice.
That's true. But I think a lot of us choose our friends to pick up on the aspects of life that we might not have been gifted from our families. You know what I'm saying? Like, your family dope because they afford you the benefit of, like, knowing all kinds of people that if they wasn't your family, you might not fuck with them at all. But because they're your family, you will learn shit. Because, you know what I'm saying, you accepted them. So, you know what I'm saying, you learn how to deal with varying types of people. Our friends, I think, especially initially when you're young, they're the people you go for that, like, match your interests and shit. I think in our city and in our culture, sometimes we get so stuck in that it's like, nigga, your friend might have grew up to become a bum. All three of them niggas became a bum, but you still like, man, them is my friends, man. I'm working with my niggas. Like, nah, man, it's okay to grow, like, and get new friends that reflect your growth, so y'all can have experiences that keep you on an upward momentum.
Right.
However that is, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not just speaking about the nigga, because, you know what I'm saying, bum ass niggas need friends too. Everybody need a friend, man. You know what I'm saying? By bum, I just mean you have no life ambition. Like, you don't Like, you don't wake up and
but
try
that,
to.
Again,
you don't wake up with the I got to get an attitude about nothing, not about money.
What are you
not
trying
about,
to get across? Because even saying a bum, you got to be a little bit more specific. And not only that, so. Okay,
see,
this is another thing.
Yeah, come on, cause we talking about words.
Because that we're really talking about
words. And a bitch will scream, "You was a bum ass nigga, fast as fuck. You was a bum ass nigga." And that shit will eat a nigga up. A nigga will get hurt.
What they wanted you to do.
Ooh.
So,
the words got
when you're going into saying something like that, like, oh, somebody's a bum, whatever, what is it? Because I was having the conversation, even
we about
in
to
general,
do a bunch of definitions
forget even how you define a bum, right? For me, I'm at a place where I'm like, you know, I don't really feel too bogged down by anything. I'm progressing, I'm working through things, I'm figuring out things and managing
just
things,
looking
right?
up.
And so, like, I get it. I know everybody's thing is money, and a lot of times, of course, your thing can't be money. If you're a parent, you think, you know, you need money to live.
Yeah,
that's just a fact.
I understand.
Right? But when you don't feel so obsessed with that you have to have a certain amount of money, or what actually makes you happy? Like, once you finally got past, like, your trauma, you got past how you were raised to be,
we got to get past the trauma first, but we ain't talking about that. That's another lie.
I mean,
right now we talking about the words
same
and
trauma.
shit.
It's not all that, but, you know, once you get past of what you thought you were supposed to be presenting to other people, what do you actually want and what's actually making you happy? Because I got friends who from all different kinds of life, who make
walks of life.
Money one way or don't,
Me too.
You know, who are fucking, excuse my language, stay-at-home moms who don't do the same thing,
Yo, for
or
instance,
who live on the move. You know,
for instance, I got some friends that sell drugs, and they happy though. I really know some. I got some friends that sell. But peep, I got some friends that sell drugs and is happy. But the larger majority of friends that I got that sell drugs are miserable, nigga. And they're anxious and they're nervous and they're always in a negative state of being, of low frequency and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the couple friend, cause it's only a handful of them, the ones that I know that sell drugs to be happy, I really think that even if circumstances were different, they would still be that kind of person. That's just the product that they have. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's important to understand and, like, really, like, for me, part of, like, what make me a good friend is I think that I accept you where you are right now. But I'm me. So I'm gonna always, like, try to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, plant a little seed, you know what I'm saying? To get you to go, like, a little further. Even if it's what you doing. Like, yo, bro, like, ooh, I like the Benz. When you gonna get that Bentley, though, boy? I want to see you in that Bentley. What you say?
Okay, so it says the bum would still be my friend, just wouldn't be my day-to-day friend, right? And to live under a tree. But that's what I was saying. The last thing, like, okay, what if they're just happy with whatever they do have?